Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare Abraham Lincoln wheat penny coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we embark on a captivating journey through time to uncover the story behind one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, the United States 1-cent coin from 1944. If you think this small, seemingly ordinary coin doesn't hold much excitement, think again. This 1-cent coin is not just any piece of currency, it's a rare collectible that carries significant historical value, intricate design features, and a surprising story that can make it worth a small fortune today. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this tiny coin could be worth in today's market, and the figure might just blow your mind. The 1944 1-cent coin was minted during a period of global turmoil. World War II was still raging, and the United States was deeply entrenched in the conflict. This time was marked by both challenges and incredible change, and it affected every aspect of life in the country, including its currency. The 1944 1-cent coin was part of a series of wartime pennies that had a distinct characteristic: materials used in its production. Normally, pennies were made from a mixture of copper and tin, but during World War II, due to metal shortages, the U.S. Mint shifted the composition of the penny to include a higher percentage of steel. These changes would become one of the main reasons why collectors today are so interested in these coins. You might wonder what makes the 1944 penny so special among all the other wartime pennies. For one, it's made of bronze rather than steel, which is a key feature of the 1944 issue. You may have heard about the steel pennies of 1943, but the 1944 penny marked the return to the traditional bronze mixture. By this point, the wartime need for steel had been somewhat alleviated, allowing the U.S. Mint to return to using the familiar copper alloy that most people knew. The design of the 1944 penny is another reason why collectors are drawn to this coin. The obverse of the coin features the famous image of President Abraham Lincoln, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's image has been on the U.S. 1-cent coin since 1909, and the 1944 penny is no exception. However, it's the reverse side of the coin that holds something particularly special. On the reverse, you'll see the iconic design of two wheat stalks framing the words "E pluribus unum" and the phrase 1 cent. This wheat design, which appeared on the penny from 1909 until 1958, is one of the most beloved and recognizable symbols in American coinage. While the design itself is historically significant, it's the coin's production details that add to its value. During the wartime years, the U.S. Mint produced a large number of these coins. However, not all of them were made under ideal conditions. Some coins were struck with slight imperfections, which, in turn, created variations that are highly coveted by collectors. Minting errors can include things like double die errors or incorrect metal mixtures, both of which can increase the value of a 1944 penny. The 1944 penny was produced in enormous quantities at several U.S. Mint facilities, including those in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, as with any mass-produced item, the condition of the coin greatly influences its value. While many of the coins were used in circulation and became worn over time, those that were kept in excellent or even uncirculated condition are incredibly rare. This makes high-quality 1944 pennies much more valuable today than their worn counterparts. Now, let's talk about what drives collectors to seek out these coins. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in pristine condition, and a 1944 penny that hasn't been heavily circulated can fetch an impressive price. Coins with minimal wear, clear details, and sharp edges are highly prized, and those that have been carefully stored or protected from damage are worth significantly more. Another key factor that adds to the allure of the 1944 penny is its rarity in mint state condition. While the coin was produced in high numbers, finding one that has been preserved in top-tier quality can be a challenge. Many 1944 pennies were used extensively in everyday transactions, which means that most of them show signs of wear and tear. Because of this, it's the coins in near-perfect condition that really stand out to collectors. In addition to the standard 1944 penny, there are certain variants and error coins that hold an even greater appeal. These error coins can range from slight design anomalies to more significant mistakes made during the minting process. Some of the most sought-after error coins include those with misprints or coins struck with double dies. These coins are incredibly rare and are often sold at auction for impressive sums. Collectors love the thrill of discovering a coin that deviates from the norm, as these unique specimens are highly collectible and valuable. The combination of the coin's historical significance, its iconic design, the material changed during wartime, and the potential for minting errors all contribute to making the 1944 penny a hot commodity in the numismatic world. As we approach the value of this coin, it's important to note that prices can vary dramatically based on the coin's condition, rarity, and any unique features it might possess. So, you've been patiently waiting to find out exactly how much the 1944 penny could be worth today, and here it is, the value of a 1944 1-cent coin in excellent, uncirculated condition could reach an astonishing $66,000. Yes, you heard that right, $66,000 for a single penny. This stunning figure highlights just how valuable a well-preserved 1944 penny can be, especially when it's in near-perfect condition or has rare minting errors. It's incredible to think that such a small, seemingly ordinary coin can carry so much value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of numismatics, it's worth keeping an eye out for these coins. Who knows, you might just stumble upon a hidden treasure that could make you a small fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1944 penny, take a moment to examine it carefully. It could be worth far more than its face value. Top 2, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States 1-cent coin, specifically the 1957 issue. If you've ever wondered about the hidden treasures within the world of numismatics, this is a coin that you won't want to miss. The 1957 1-cent coin, commonly known as the wheat penny, holds a rich history and value that many collectors are eager to uncover. Stay with us as we explore the story of this particular coin and its surprising worth today. The year 1957 was a time of transformation in the United States, and it's no coincidence that the 1-cent coin minted that year carries a story deeply intertwined with the historical context of the era. The United States was recovering from the aftermath of World War II, a period marked by economic growth and technological advancement. The 1950s were a time when the country began to see the rise of suburban life, the baby boom, and the advent of consumer culture. The world was changing, and the U.S. mints coins, including the 1-cent coin, reflected that transformation. The 1957 1-cent coin is part of the final years of the wheat penny series, which was first introduced in 1909. These coins, with their iconic wheat ears on the reverse side, were the standard for U.S. currency for nearly 5 decades. By 1957, the wheat penny was nearing the end of its run, with the iconic design set to be replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. But in 1957, the wheat penny was still a staple of American currency. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1957 1-cent coin, which is what truly makes it stand out in the world of numismatics. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features the familiar and well-known portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. This iconic image was designed by Victor David Brenner and first appeared on U.S. coins in 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. Lincoln's bust on the coin is instantly recognizable and has become a symbol of American history and values. On the reverse of the 1957 penny, you'll find the famous design of 2 stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent. This design was created by engraver Frank Gasparo and has been widely beloved by coin collectors and the public alike for its simplicity and elegance. The wheat motif symbolizes the agricultural strength of the United States during the time, paying homage to the nation's roots in farming. The wheat ears also serve as a visual representation of the American spirit of hard work and resilience, which was particularly relevant in the post-war era. The design on the 1957 1-cent coin reflects a time of national pride, stability, and progress. The image of Lincoln, a figure revered by all Americans, paired with the wheat design, offered a lasting symbol of unity and prosperity. In fact, the simplicity of the design is part of what has made these coins so enduringly popular among collectors. Now, let's move on to some technical details about the minting of the 1957 penny. The coin was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The vast majority of 1957 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, which is why they are the most common and easiest to find. However, the coins minted in Denver and San Francisco are less abundant and can be more valuable due to their relative scarcity. One of the most important factors in determining the value of a 1957 1-cent coin is its condition. Just like any other coin, the quality of the 1957 penny can vary greatly depending on its usage over the years. Coins that have been heavily circulated tend to have more visible wear and tear, with signs of damage and erosion. These coins are typically worth less than those that have been carefully preserved. If you come across a 1957 penny that has been kept in mint condition, with sharp details, no significant wear, and minimal tarnishing, you may be holding a small treasure. A well-preserved 1957 penny, especially one that has been stored properly for decades, can fetch a higher price among collectors. But what about the more special and unique variants of the 1957 penny? Over the years, some 1957 pennies have been discovered with minting errors or unique characteristics. These error coins can significantly increase a coin's value. For example, some 1957 pennies exhibit double die errors, where the design was struck twice in the wrong position. These errors make the coin even more intriguing to collectors, who are always on the lookout for coins with unusual or rare characteristics. Another aspect that can increase the value of a 1957 penny is its rarity in specific grades. For instance, a 1957 penny in MS 65 or higher, which indicates a coin with exceptional quality and few imperfections, is highly sought after. Coins that have been well preserved in this way are often purchased at auction for significant sums. The 1957 penny is not only valuable due to its historical context and design but also because it marks the end of an era in U.S. coinage. As the wheat penny series was phased out in favor of the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, the 1957 penny has become one of the last of its kind. This sense of rarity adds to its appeal, making it an attractive option for collectors who want to own a piece of U.S. history. So, let's get to the big question: how much is a 1957 penny worth today? If you have a well-preserved 1957 1-cent coin in excellent condition, you could be looking at a value of up to $58,000. That's right, this humble penny, which once circulated as everyday currency, could now be worth a small fortune. Of course, the value depends on the coin's condition, rarity, and any unique minting features, but this impressive figure shows just how much value collectors place on this historical piece. Imagine finding a 1957 penny tucked away in your pocket change or in a family heirloom collection. It's easy to see how a small coin, with a rich history and iconic design, could become a collector's dream and fetch a price that's far beyond what anyone might expect. As always, if you happen to come across a 1957 penny, or any coin that you believe might have special value, be sure to inspect it carefully. It could be the key to unlocking a hidden treasure. Top 3, we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatics, the 1949 United States 1-cent coin. If you think a penny can't be worth much, think again. This particular penny carries with it a rich history, unique design features, and a surprising collector appeal that has made it one of the most sought-after coins in the market today. So, if you've ever wondered what makes the 1949 1-cent coin so special, stick around until the end, where we'll reveal its astonishing value. The 1949 1-cent coin holds a particular place in U.S. history, and its significance goes far beyond just its design. To fully appreciate the value of this penny, we need to understand the context in which it was minted. The year 1949 was an important time in America, right after the conclusion of World War II. The country was beginning to experience a period of economic prosperity, as industries ramped up production, and the post-war economy boomed. It was a time of optimism, and the 1949 1-cent coin symbolizes this era of growth and stability. At the time, the US was still using the classic wheat penny design that had been in circulation since 1909. The reverse of the coin, featuring two stalks of wheat, was designed by engraver Frank Gasparo and had become one of the most iconic coin designs in US history. This wheat design, which graced the penny for nearly 5 decades, was a symbol of the country's agricultural roots and was beloved by the public. The 1949 penny was also produced during the final years of the wheat series, as the U.S. Mint would later transition to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. For collectors, this means that the 1949 coin is part of a significant transition in U.S. coinage, making it even more historically important. As one of the last examples of the wheat penny, it's a reminder of the country's agricultural past and the changes it was going through as it entered the modern era. Now, let's focus on the design details of the 1949 penny, which is where the true beauty of the coin lies. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design created by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln, one of the most revered figures in American history, has been depicted on the 1-cent coin since 1909. The image of his face on the penny has become an iconic symbol of American values, leadership, and unity. It's a design that resonates with people of all ages, and its continued presence on the coin makes the 1949 penny particularly meaningful. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the distinctive wheat design, with two stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent. This design evokes the nation's agricultural heritage and represents the hard-working spirit that built the United States. The wheat stalks are simple yet elegant, capturing the essence of rural America, where agriculture played a key role in the nation's development. It's a timeless design that continues to be admired by coin collectors and enthusiasts today. One of the reasons why the 1949 1-cent coin is so valuable to collectors is the coin's production history. While the 1949 penny was produced in large numbers, there are a few factors that make certain versions of the coin more desirable than others. The U.S. Mint struck the 1949 penny at several locations, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The coins struck in Philadelphia, which made up the majority of the mintage, are relatively easy to find, but those minted in Denver or San Francisco are rarer and tend to fetch higher prices. It's important to note that not all 1949 pennies are created equal when it comes to their condition. Like most coins, the value of a 1949 penny largely depends on its quality. Coins that have been heavily circulated show signs of wear, which can significantly reduce their value. On the other hand, coins that have been well preserved or stored in pristine condition are much more valuable. For collectors, a coin that is in uncirculated condition, with sharp details and no visible signs of wear, is a highly sought-after item. What makes the 1949 penny even more intriguing to collectors is the possibility of discovering a coin with minting errors or unusual characteristics. For example, some 1949 pennies exhibit slight design variations or doubling errors, where the image on the coin was struck twice in a way that results in a blurry or misaligned design. These error coins are incredibly rare and can dramatically increase the value of the coin. When a collector stumbles upon a 1949 penny with a unique minting error, it can be like finding a hidden treasure. Additionally, certain high-grade 1949 pennies are much rarer than others. While most of the coins were produced in relatively high numbers, those that were carefully handled and have maintained their excellent condition are far less common. Coins in MS 65 or higher grades, meaning they are nearly perfect with very few imperfections, are considered premium specimens and can fetch impressive prices at auction. The rarity of these higher-grade coins adds to their allure, making them highly desirable to collectors looking to complete their sets with the best possible examples. As with any collectible, the value of the 1949 penny can vary depending on the specific coin and its characteristics. However, what makes this penny stand out is the combination of its historical significance, beautiful design, and the fact that it's one of the last wheat pennies before the transition to the Lincoln Memorial design. This coin represents a key moment in U.S. coinage history, and collectors are eager to add it to their collections. how much is a 1949 1-cent coin worth today? If you happen to have a 1949 penny in excellent, uncirculated condition, or one that has a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth as much as $61,000. Yes, you heard that right, $61,000 for a single 1-cent coin. That's how much the value of a well-preserved or rare 1949 penny can be. It's incredible to think that such a small piece of currency, which was once used for everyday transactions, could now be worth such an impressive sum. If you come across a 1949 penny, don't just pass it off as another old coin. Take a closer look. It could be worth much more than you think. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of rare coins, it's always worth keeping an eye out for these hidden treasures. You never know when you might find one tucked away in a coin jar or a drawer. Top 4. We're diving into a fascinating coin that may not immediately seem like much, but it holds a unique place in American numismatics. We're talking about the 1979 United States 1-cent coin. Many people overlook this particular penny, but what if we told you that this seemingly humble coin could be worth thousands? Stick with us as we explore the history, design, minting details, and collector appeal of the 1979 1-cent coin, and reveal just how much it could be worth today. In 1979, the United States was in the midst of significant changes. The country had just finished a tumultuous decade marked by the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, and economic instability. However, by the time the 1979 penny was minted, things were beginning to stabilize. The 1970s ushered in the end of the post-war boom, and America was transitioning into a more modern and complex economy. The nation was moving away from the economic struggles of the 1970s, and the world of currency was evolving to keep up with these changes. The 1979 penny was a part of this era of transition, and it came in the midst of significant changes to U.S. coinage. By this time, the beloved wheat penny design had been replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1979 penny, like many others produced during this time, had the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been in circulation for decades. However, what makes the 1979 1-cent coin particularly interesting isn't just its design, it's the subtle details and the story behind its production that make it stand out to collectors today. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design of the 1979 penny. The obverse, or front side, of the coin, features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This image of the 16th president has been on the 1-cent coin since its introduction in 1909. It's one of the most recognized portraits in the world, and its presence on the penny is a testament to the lasting legacy of Lincoln and his contributions to the United States. The reverse side of the 1979 penny is where we find the Lincoln Memorial, which has graced the back of the penny since 1959. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the Lincoln Memorial reverse was introduced as a way to honor Lincoln's legacy in a more lasting and monumental way. The image features the architectural structure of the memorial in Washington, D.C., with Lincoln's statue visible within. This design serves as a tribute to Lincoln's leadership and the enduring strength of the United States. While the design of the 1979 penny is straightforward and well known, there's something particularly interesting about this specific year's minting. The 1979 penny was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The vast majority of 1979 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, and these coins are relatively common. However, there are a few key factors that can make a 1979 penny more valuable than others, and it all comes down to rarity, condition, and any minting errors that may have occurred during the production process. One of the most important elements when determining the value of a 1979 penny is its condition. As with any coin, the better the condition, the higher its potential value. A coin that has been in circulation for years will show signs of wear, including scratches, dents, and discoloration, which can lower its value. On the other hand, a well-preserved penny, especially one that has been carefully stored or kept in mint condition, is far more desirable to collectors. The quality of a coin is graded based on its visual appeal, and coins in uncirculated or near mint condition are considered much more valuable. In particular, coins graded as MS-65 or higher are highly sought after, as they are essentially flawless and maintain their original luster and sharp detail. If you happen to have a 1979 penny that looks as if it just came off the minting press, you could be holding onto a significant asset beyond its condition. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1979 penny is its rarity. While many 1979 pennies were produced, the number of coins in perfect or near-perfect condition is much smaller. Collectors value rare and unique coins, so a 1979 penny that has been well preserved or kept in pristine condition is far more valuable than one that has been circulated. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part of coin collecting: minting errors. Minting errors occur when a coin is struck in a way that deviates from the standard design. These errors are rare and can make a coin even more desirable to collectors. For example, some 1979 pennies have been found with double die errors, where the design was struck multiple times, resulting in a blurry or misaligned image. These error coins are highly sought after because they are unique and cannot be replicated. If you happen to have a 1979 penny with such an error, it could be worth a lot more than a standard coin. Another notable feature that can affect the value of a 1979 penny is its variety. Some 1979 pennies were struck with slight variations in the design, such as differences in the position of the date or subtle alterations in the Lincoln Memorial. These variants are often hard to detect for the untrained eye, but they can make a coin much more valuable in the eyes of a seasoned collector. So, how much is a 1979 penny worth today? If you happen to have a 1979 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value as high as $56,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $56,000. For a single penny. It's incredible to think that a coin that was once worth just 1 cent could now fetch such a staggering price. The value of the 1979 penny comes down to its rarity, condition, and the potential for a unique minting error. If you ever come across a 1979 penny in your change or while going through old coins, take a moment to examine it carefully. It could be worth far more than you expect. Whether you're a collector searching for rare coins or someone who simply wants to know more about the fascinating world of numismatics, the 1979 penny is a perfect example of how a small, unassuming coin can hold significant value and historical importance. Top 5 and last coin, we're diving into a coin that often goes unnoticed in the world of numismatics but has an interesting backstory, an iconic design, and surprisingly, could be worth quite a bit. Yes, we're talking about the 1981 United States 1-cent coin. If you're a coin enthusiast or even just a casual collector, this particular penny has some fascinating qualities that make it stand out. By the end of this video, you'll learn all about its history, its unique features, and the reason why it's currently worth an impressive sum. To understand the significance of the 1981 penny, we have to first look at the broader historical context. The year 1981 was a pivotal time in American history. The United States had just come out of a decade filled with political unrest, economic struggles, and shifts in global power. The 1970s had been marked by inflation, the oil crisis, and significant changes in both the national and international economy. As we entered the 1980s, America was seeking stability and change. The election of Ronald Reagan as president marked the beginning of a new era. His policies, aimed at tackling inflation and stimulating economic growth, had a profound impact on the country's future. Coinage, of course, plays an important role in any nation's identity, and the 1981 penny was part of this transition into a new economic era. It may have been just a small piece of currency, but it represented the broader changes taking place in American society. This particular penny was also one of the last of the copper-based pennies, as a few years later, in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a zinc-based composition for cost-saving reasons. This shift is significant, as it marked the end of an era for the 1-cent coin. As a result, the 1981 penny is often regarded as a rare survivor of the old copper days. The design of the 1981 1-cent coin remains quite familiar to those who are familiar with American currency. On the obverse side of the coin, we have the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This image of Lincoln has graced the 1-cent coin since it was first introduced in 1909. As the 16th President of the United States, Lincoln holds a special place in American history, and his likeness on the penny has become one of the most recognizable symbols of the United States. The reverse side of the 1981 penny features the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, has been on the back of the penny since 1959. The Lincoln Memorial, located in Washington, D.C., is an enduring symbol of Lincoln's legacy, as well as a testament to the enduring strength and unity of the United States. The reverse design beautifully captures the essence of this monumental structure, with its towering columns and the statue of Lincoln sitting inside. This side of the coin speaks not only to Lincoln's legacy but also to the nation's reverence for its history and leadership. While the design of the 1981 penny is not drastically different from other pennies produced during this time, there are a few factors that make it stand out to collectors. The first thing to note is the composition of the coin. As mentioned earlier, the 1981 penny is one of the last to be made primarily of copper. In 1982, the U.S. Mint began producing pennies that were mostly zinc, with only a thin copper plating. This change was driven by rising copper prices, making it more expensive to produce copper-based coins. As a result, the 1981 penny is a somewhat rare coin in the sense that it is one of the last true copper pennies, which adds to its appeal for collectors. The minting of the 1981 penny was conducted at multiple U.S. Mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the vast majority of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The mint mark, or lack thereof, can provide valuable insight into the rarity of a specific penny. Pennies minted at the Philadelphia Mint are unmarked, while those minted at the Denver and San Francisco mints bear the familiar D and S mint marks, respectively. However, the difference in mint marks alone doesn't usually make a huge difference in value unless you're looking at high-grade or error coins. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Like any coin, the value of the 1981 penny is largely determined by its grade or state of preservation. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Coins in lower grades, such as those that have been heavily circulated and show signs of wear and tear, are relatively common and don't carry much of a premium. However, if you have a 1981 penny that is in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear and retains its original luster, then you could be in for a nice surprise. It's important to note that coins in mint state, specifically those graded MS 65 or higher, are considered to be of higher value. These coins are nearly perfect, with sharp details and no noticeable imperfections. Given that the 1981 penny was widely circulated and used for everyday transactions, finding one in mint state is a rare occurrence, which makes those that do exist all the more valuable. Another factor to consider when determining the value of the 1981 penny is the possibility of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that is different from the standard design. Some common minting errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and if you find a 1981 penny with a rare error, it could significantly increase its value. For example, some 1981 pennies exhibit doubling on the obverse or reverse, where the coin was struck twice, resulting in a blurry or distorted image. These types of error coins are rare and can fetch a premium price, depending on the severity of the error and the overall condition of the coin. In general, the more noticeable the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. So, what is the value of a 1981 penny today? You may be surprised to hear that a well-preserved 1981 penny can be worth much more than its face value of 1 cent. If you happen to have a 1981 penny in mint state or one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value as high as $51,000. Yes, you read that right, $51,000 for a single 1-cent coin. This is a significant amount for a coin that, at first glance, might seem like just another common penny. The value of a 1981 penny can skyrocket if it meets the right conditions and has unique features that collectors are looking for. If you're lucky enough to own a 1981 penny in excellent condition, or if you've stumbled upon one with a minting error, take the time to have it properly evaluated by a professional numismatist. The 1981 penny might just be a hidden treasure, waiting to be discovered. So, next time you go through your change or look through an old coin collection, keep an eye out for this gem. You never know when you might find a penny worth thousands of dollars. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the 1981 1-cent coin. If you found this video insightful and want to learn more about other rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any future coin discoveries. Happy collecting, and remember to keep searching, because you never know what treasures you might find.